Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I'm an independent knitwear designer who also likes to make videos here on my YouTube channel, Watch Barbara Knit. Make sure to check in the description notes below the video where you will see links to all of my online shenanigans, including how to get my patterns to knit up for yourself, how to join the Watch Barbara Knit Facebook group, how to support me on Patreon, and where to get my Watch Barbara Knit merchandise. And of course, today there will be a link to where you can get my new pattern because this is a pattern tour. I have a new hat for you. Hat. So this is the Peephole Hat. And there's a little bit of story behind it, but I wanted to show it to you right off the bat. Look at what the top looks like. I love crown details in hats, and I think it's always important to show the top. If you're short, I guess people see it all the time or not. It is designed to be like a beanie style hat, but if you wanted to add repeats, you could make it into a slouchy style hat. This is the large size, which I knit because I have a big head. And so it is, you know, it can be pulled down. It's not like a tight fitting beanie, but it's supposed to be able to go down over your ears. So this is for big head, and there's also a smaller size, or you can make this one if you like it slouchy. It probably just totally messed up my hair, but who knows? So here it is. It is the it's just called Peephole Hat. I always put the in front of it, and I think that is because part of the inspiration behind this is it is a motif. This motif, it is a mosaic lace motif. It's actually a really simple combination of double yarn overs, knit, slip, knit, and knit two together. So there's nothing really difficult going on here. But you also have the slip stitches, which makes this really cool effect that I thought looked like a peephole. You know, the little peepholes on like a hotel room door back in the day. So that's the peephole. And what it is I originally designed this motif. I'm going to click over here this is called the Peephole Stole. And I designed this in a Miss Babs gradient set. I'll put a link in the description notes below to the original pattern tour for it if you want more information. But I designed this and really loved it. It's in fingering weight. And I created the motif for that pattern, and it just kind of sat on the back burner, which I decided to start playing with it again because I think it's a lot of fun, and we got the Peephole Hat here. Now, details on this hat. So it is knit in Miss Babs Yowza minis. So Yowza comes in like 560 yard skeins, which is kind of overkill for a hat. But she also offers Yowza minis, which are 200 yard skeins in 80 grams. So like her mini skeins are 80 grams, whereas like normal people's regular size skeins are 100 grams. But that's just Miss Babs. She does lots of fun stuff. It is a DK weight, 100% superwash merino. So this is a DK weight pattern. I have this stash of Miss Babs Yowza minis, and honestly I had so much fun knitting this hat and designing this hat. You might see quite a few more hats coming down the pike. I hope you like it. So here is what the skein looks like. You can see Yowza mini. This color is Floyd. They are super cute and super fun. I have a small pile of them. So when I decided to design this hat, I just went through my stash and picked out two colors I like. And the colors I chose are Fig and Quicksilver. And so that's these guys here. This one is fig. This one is quicksilver. And you will see this is how much I had left after knitting the full-size hat. So you definitely have enough to knit 2 hats, or maybe if y'all like it enough, I need to design a pair of mitts or a cowl or something. Let me know in the comments below if you want some sort of matching accessory, because I have a lot of this yarn left, obviously. Let me look at my details. So it takes 2 colors, DK weight yarn. As said, this is 200 yards, and you're going to use less than half of each color. So I think you need like in the range of like 75 to maybe 80 yards of each color. You're going to use more of whichever color you make the brim out of, but it's not like excessively more. It is US size 7 needles, which is 4.5 millimeter for the body part, and then US size 5 needles for the brim, that is 3.75 millimeters. I use 16-inch circular needles for this, and then at some point when you start doing the decrease, you're going to need to switch to DPNs, or you're going to need to switch to magic looping, or whatever you like to knit a small circumference in the round. You're going to need 1 stitch marker, and I gave you gauge and stockinette, so that'll be easier to swatch. But remember, if you're going to swatch in the round, because it's knit in the round. Now the pattern is completely written out, so you can work it entirely from written instructions, and there is a supplemental color work chart just for the motif portion if you prefer charted instructions. As I said, there is a large and a small size. The large size, so it's this circumference of the brim is 17 inches, but it stretches like up to large head size, and the circumference unstretched of the small should be about 15 inches. So it'll get it to, like, you got small and you've got large. It should fit a wide range of head sizes. I would think the small would probably be appropriate even for like young adult into teen, in even maybe even a little bit smaller, but super fun. As I said, the pattern is not particularly challenging. You are knitting stripes and slipping stitches. I'm going to show you the inside. You are not carrying any yarn along the rows. This is a mosaic style colorwork piece. You're just carrying the yarn up the inside. You can see it right here. So you just carry it loosely up the inside and you are good to go. Let's see what stitches I used. As I said, we've got knit 2 together, purl, slip, knit, and yarn over. And the thing is, you'll be yarn overing twice. It's essentially a double yarn over, and it's really easy. Very few purls even in this pattern. So I'm looking to see if there's anything else. There's not a whole lot to tell you because it really is a very straightforward, easy pattern. As long as you can do a little bit of lace and a little bit of slip stitches, you're good to go. And as I said, it doesn't take the whole skein, so you can make 2. You can get a jump start on your holiday knitting or just have a lot of fun. Now, and this even, so there's even more of this. I was playing with different ways to arrange this motif, because depending on like how many spaces are between or how far it's nested together, you can get different looks. So I might even, if y'all like it, play with you know, another hat or cowl using the same motif. I was doing something here, but I can't remember what I was doing, so that's fun. Now, I designed this hat. Whenever I teach my blocking class, I always block a hat. And sometimes I block an older hat that's just been laying around, but a lot of times I'm like, hey, I'm going to knit a new hat so I can block it. And as long as I'm knitting a hat, I'm not going to re-knit an old pattern. I'm going to write a new pattern. So that is how this came to be, and had the Yowza Minis on hand, had the peephole idea, and thought it was time to revisit it because it's been quite a few years. So this is Peephole Hat, the Peephole Hat. It is on sale right now and you can grab it to knit up for yourself. If you do decide that you want to do this for your holiday knitting, you might want to hold off on casting on maybe a little bit, because the indie designer gift along is coming, and if you cast on during its knit along, craft along period, you could win prizes, and you'll get more on that in the near future. So I hope you like my new hat. I'm very excited about it. It took me, now I had to frog back and I had to redo the top a couple times to get it to do this nice slip stitch spiral. But I mean, really, you could realistically get this done in a week. It is not a lot of knitting, but it is a lot of fun. So thank you very much for joining me to look at this new pattern. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, click that like button. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload a new video, please subscribe to my channel and select notifications. Thank you so much.